The flight, piloted by Captain Sajjad Gul and First Officer Usman Azam, took off from Lahore shortly after 1 p.m. and was near the end of its 90-minute journey, when it crashed at around 2:45 p.m. 9:45 UTC, into the densely populated neighborhood of Model Colony around 3 kilometers, 1.9 miles, from the airport. The aircraft's wings were reported as being on fire in the moments before the plane crashed into rooftops. The crash damaged buildings in the area, some of which caught fire. The crash was captured on video by a CCTV camera, which shows the aircraft just before crashing into the neighborhood. The pilot had made an initial aborted landing attempt. He later radioed air traffic control, ATC, reporting landing gear issues and the failure of both engines. ATC confirmed to the pilot that he was cleared to use either of the airport's 2 runways, requesting, "Confirm your attempt on belly?" According to PIA's CEO, Arshad Malik, a technical fault prompted the pilot to make a go-around rather than land, even though both runways were available to him. The pilot told the controller, "We are returning back, sir. We have lost engines." 12 seconds later, he declared a Mayday emergency, which was the final communication with the aircraft. According to officials from Pakistan's Civil Aviation Authority, CAA, complications had arisen during the aircraft's first descent. The landing gear was still in the retracted position when the aircraft attempted its first landing. Friction marks on the runway suggested there had been some ground contact. At the runway's 1,400-meter (4,500 feet) mark, the plane's left engine is believed to have scraped the runway, while at the 1,700-meter (5,500 feet) mark, the right engine made contact. When the pilot went around, it is believed damage had already been caused to both engines from this contact, leading to engine failure after the go-around. This, in turn, made it impossible for the aircraft to maintain altitude, causing it to crash during its return to the airfield. This is supported by the conversation between the aircraft and air traffic control, which indicates that the aircraft was constantly losing altitude. Observers noted that the plane's backup ram air turbine was deployed, the purpose of which is to supply power to the aeroplane's control systems when both engines have failed. The Economic Times reported that the pilot had ignored warnings from air traffic control about the height and speed of the aircraft on approach. At 2:30 p.m. the plane was 15 nautical miles from Karachi, Admakli, flying at an altitude of 10,000 feet instead of the recommended 7,000 feet, when ATC issued its first warning to reduce altitude. Instead of descending, the pilot responded by saying that he was satisfied with the altitude. When only 10 nautical miles from the airport, the aircraft was at an altitude of 7,000 feet instead of 3,000 feet. ATC issued a second warning to descend. The pilot responded again by stating that he was satisfied and able to handle the situation, and that he was prepared for landing. The pilot had a flying experience of 18,000 flight hours. The narrow streets and alleys comprising the area inhibited the rescue services. ISPR, the Pakistani military's media wing, reported that special forces of the Pakistan Army and Pakistan Rangers had set up a cordon. Video footage of the crash scene showed emergency teams trying to reach the scene amid the rubble, clouds of black smoke and flames in the background. Residents said it is not uncommon for aircraft on final approach to pass so close to building rooftops that they feel, "We can touch it," given the proximity of the runways. Jinnah Airport is surrounded by urban areas on all sides save for the north side, which leads to a scenario very similar to San Diego or Kaitak, with jets having to pass low over urban buildings before landing on one of the 2 runways. Eddy Foundation's Faisal Eddy said at least 25 houses suffered damage due to the crash. PIA's spokesman Abdullah Hafiz Khan has said that 18 houses were destroyed or badly damaged. According to a witness statement collected by Reuters, the plane hit a mobile phone tower in the vicinity of the airport as it crashed.